Good morning, my dear students of class 10. In my last video, I had given you all a summary of the story My Greatest Olympic Prize by Jesse Owens. I had told you all about this great Olympian, Jesse Owens, who has the distinction of winning 4 gold medals at one Olympic, that is the 1936 Olympic, which were held in Berlin. 1936, like yesterday I told you all, was the time where Hitler was in charge of Germany, and Hitler was trying to expand his empire and trying to spread his ideology. Anyway, this story particularly is an autobiography by Jesse Owens himself, in which he highlights one incident in his life that has stood out and that will always be with him. So today I'll start the actual story. Okay, so here we start. It was the summer of 1936, as I said, Olympics, 1936 Berlin. The Olympic Games were being held in Berlin. Now, Berlin at that time was the capital of Germany, and this particular Olympic was being held in the city of Berlin. Berlin is a city in Germany, because Hitler childishly insisted that his performers were members of a master race. Nationalistic feelings were at an all-time high. Now, before this Olympic Games could start only, Hitler in Germany was spreading his ideology. And his ideology, according to him, was that the Germans, the race, they belong to a superior race. A race not many in the world had. And according to Hitler, basically the Germans were coming from the Aryan race. Now, if we go back into our own history also, we see that basically in our country, India also, we had the Aryans. If you go back to history, some chapters we have studied also, we had the Aryans and the Dravidians. Basically in India today, even the north part of India, the people, whether whichever religion you come from, the people, their descendancy are the Aryans. And the south, the people of South India, Kerala, Karnataka, and all the southern states of India, basically they belong to the Dravidians. There was a time where India was completely Dravidians, but the Aryans, because of their superiority, invaded India, took away the top part of India. That's history. We are doing some other chapter. Okay. Anyway, so this, every German was proud to be belonging to this superior race, which Hitler was propagating. And every German was proud to be belonging to the Aryan race. I out here is the narrator. Make sure, okay? The narrator is Jesse Owens. I wasn't too worried about all this. I trained, sweated, and disciplined myself for 6 years. This is what goes into hard work. And Jesse Owens, imagine, Jesse Owens had planned minutely, had trained for the past 6 years, imagine, for the past 6 years to take part in this particular games. So he was very confident, very well prepared, and had expert training and was just unbeatable at his time. So anyway, disciplined myself for 6 years with the games in mind, and all his training were rigorous. He went through umpteens of practices, took part in different sporting events around the world, preparing himself for this particular games, because it had been known that he was a champ and he was to take part in the 100 meters the 200 meters, the long jump and the relay from the United States team. So, while I was going over on the boat, all I could think about was taking home one or two of those gold medals. Now, in Olympics, no one is assured any medals. You've got to go, perform to your best, put in your 100% and try to do your best. So even with all his practice, even with all his training, he also was not at all very confident. And out of the 4 events, his most favorite event was the long jump. And for him and for the rest of the world, it was a sure shot win for Jesse Owens. He was so famous in the long jump. He had made world records in the long jump, and he was the person jumping the maximum length at that time in history. So all I could think about was taking home. And when he came to Berlin, when he came to Germany to take part, although he was confident, in his mind, in his heart, he thought at maximum he'll win 2 events. But ultimately he won 4. But in his mind, in his heart, he was like expecting to win only 2 events. But the gold in the long jump was a surety for him. He was so well prepared for that. Okay, 1 or 2 of those gold medals, I had my eyes especially on the running broad jump. At that time, the long jump, we call it long jump. It was known as the broad jump. And he was a specialized broad jumper. Okay, he was a specialized broad jumper, and he was very, very sure of winning this medal. A year before, as a sophomore at Ohio State University, that is a young graduate student, I'd set the world record. Now imagine, when he was in college only in the United States, these people are like groomed from birth. When their talent is spotted, they are put aside, given all the sponsorship deals, given all the best facilities, so that ultimately they go on to achieve great laurels. Anyway, when he was in the university, now university could be 19, 20 years old, at that time, mind you, he set the world record. And his world record for the broad jump was 26 feet by 1/4 inch. Imagine, 26 feet, 8 by 1/4 inches. Now those who know maths can calculate how many feet that comes to. This is the world record anyway. Everyone kind of expected him to win that Olympic event hand down. Now he was going around the world competing, and he was well known, and every single sportsman, every single person around the world was sure that he is going to win this particular event in the Olympics. Sure. I was in for a surprise, but when he reached Berlin, when they have this Olympic village there, all the facilities are given there, all the Olympians are put in these flats that are made especially for the athletes there. And when he was there, they go acclimatize to the weather condition, to the track and all these things. They go much in advance to get themselves acclimatized to all these things. When he reached Berlin and when he went on to the track field a couple of days before the events could start, even to practice, to see different things, there he was in for a surprise. When the time came for the broad jump trials, I was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice lead. Now when he went to practice some time before the actual events, all the people, all the sports persons who are taking part in this particular event, that is the long jump, they are there. And you know, Olympics, there are hundreds and thousands of athletes taking part in different events. So you go to your particular part, you get your time allotted where you practice. And when he went to practice only, there was other athletes also there. And one particular long jumper who happened to be very tall, over 6 feet, and Jesse Owens was observing him, and very easily, very easily, that boy was jumping even over 26 feet. That is practically as much as Jesse Owens was jumping. And that was only in practice, mind you. He was not giving his 100%. These were only practice jumps. So Jesse Owens was startled, was surprised that I have labored so much. I am just about jumping over 26. Here we have this athlete with ease clearing 26 feet. So he was in for a great surprise. Anyway, I was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps. Now after seeing him a couple of jumps, he would kept his distance, and then he got to know that this particular athlete was from Germany, and Hitler, to put this surprise element into these games, did not allow this boy or this athlete to compete. He wanted him to be a surprise package. He wanted Hitler, this is all Hitler's plan. Hitler wanted him to defeat Jesse Owens, and that's why the world did not know him. His name was Louis Long. This particular athlete's name was Louis Long, and no one knew him. He was an outsider, and only Hitler knew about him, and secretly he got his training. And Hitler wanted that this boy defeat Jesse Owens, because Jesse Owens was a black American, and Hitler was very much color prejudiced, and he had that superiority complex within him. Anyway, evidently hoping to win the long jump. I guess that if Long won, it would add some new support to the Nazi Aryan superiority theory. Now, Jesse Owens, before coming here only, had already come to know about Hitler's theory that the Nazis were from the Aryan descendancy. They were superior to other descendants, and in his mind, Jesse Owens realized that if this particular athlete defeats him and wins the gold medal in the long jump, he would prove Hitler right. That is, this boy would prove Hitler right. That yes, the Germans are a superior race. And this is what Jesse Owens did not want to happen. He came here to prove that Hitler was wrong. The Germans, no matter which class they come from, were not a superior class than the Africans. So it became like a prestige issue for Jesse Owens here. After all, I am a Negro. Negroes, blacks were not called black. They are called Negroes in America. Even today they are called Negroes. And Jesse Owens realized this, that if he loses, Hitler is going to triumph. A little hot under the collar about Hitler's way, a little hot meaning angry, that how could Hitler ever think of such a thing, that the Germans are superior to the Negroes. So that frustration, that anger was within Jesse Owens. I determined to go out there and really show Der Führer, that is Hitler, and his master race, who was superior and who was not. Through anger, through frustration, he wanted to go take part in this long jump event only and only to prove Hitler wrong. That how dare he could ever think that the Negroes were inferior to the German race. So that was on his mind. Now, an angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes. Now, we all know that in sports, there is psychology, sports psychology. You see cricket, you'll all see cricket. The bowler, when he wants to get the better of the batsman, what does he do? He goes, he passes comments, he gets that batsman worked up, frustrated, angered, because he knows if a batsman is angry, he will make a mistake, he will play a false shot, and eventually due to that anger, he will get out. So in all sports this is the case, and in sports psychology it is said an angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistake, and that is what is going to happen to our friend Jesse Owens. As any coach in sports will tell their pupil not to lose your temper while you are playing any game, it can be any game. You are not supposed to lose your temper. I was no exception. I out here again is Jesse Owens. On the first of my 3 qualifying jump. Now, in these big events, there is a qualification mark. So you get 3 jumps to qualify, because there are umpteens of athletes taking part in one particular event, and then you qualify, you go to the next level, then the semi-final, and ultimately 10 athletes from around the world, they will compete for the main final event. So we are just starting with the preliminary rounds, and every athlete, it can be from India, America, China, anywhere, you will get 3 jumps. Okay, so anyway, now I have reached here. I think I will end for the day. We are going very slow, but I'm going to make sure that you people understand each word and each line that I explained to you all. So my dear students, I'll wind up this class today, and next class, whenever we have our class, we will continue from page number 104. Goodbye. God bless.